Whenever I upload one of these videos, I get asked this question no matter what, every single time. And it is this: why did you purchase a home in Mexico? Now, I've talked about all kinds of different positives and negatives and everything else, but today we're going to talk about the why. Why did we buy a house in Mexico? Let's roll the intro. All right, welcome back, and I hope that intro didn't take too long. But my name is Alexander Howell. This is my channel. We talk about travel and real estate, and we really talk about Mexico a lot, and especially one specific city, Merida, Mexico. And the question, by the way, of why did we buy a house in Merida, Mexico is actually quite simple. No, it's not. There are a lot of reasons and a lot of caveats. We're not going to get into all of them today. We're just going to kind of skim the surface of why. But here's number one for me and my family. So when I say we, I mean myself and my wife purchased a house in Merida, Mexico early in 2020. A few things, COVID and all that kind of happened. And then boom, we now have a house that is about halfway through its major renovation. And if you want to see more of those videos, subscribe to this channel, like the video, and hit that little notification bell, and that'll let you know anytime that one of these videos goes live, or I'll talk about our house several times, or if there's a live stream, and if you have a question for me, that notification bell lets you know anytime that I go live, and then you just ask the question live, and I'll be here to do that. It's live. Anyway, getting back to it. Why do we buy a house in Merida, Mexico? Well, first of all, from the moment we met, 13 years ago, we've been married for 10 of those years, my wife had basically said her goal overall was to purchase a home in Mexico. Now, originally it was going to be Isla Mujeres, just off of Cancun, but when we took our sabbatical of a month to Merida, Mexico, we fell in love with the city. Now, we actually stayed on the beach, which is about 30 minutes north of Merida. Merida is a colonial town that is 30 minutes inland. It is beautiful. It is amazing. And you're going to hear a couple of complaints, but the biggest one is that Merida is hot. It's really hot. Now, we're fine with it, but it's really hot. Right, Paris?
That's hot.
Exactly. So anyway, Merida's hot, but outside of that, it is a beautiful colonial city. And when we went there for a sabbatical, as I've said in many other videos before, we saw that it was the second safest city. And that really was the thing that kind of convinced us, because we were looking at a lot of different places. Get into that in other videos. But when it came to why did we purchase a house, the obvious number one reason that I just went over was we had anticipated doing this for quite some time. Once we went there and discovered how amazing it was, how safe we felt walking everywhere, we just kind of knew that we'd found the right place. The heat for us didn't bother us. And there was also a strong yet kind of relatively small expat community, but a very good one. So there's about 10,000 expats within the entire state of Yucatan, which is where Merida lies. It's the capital of the state of Yucatan in Mexico. So when you say the state of Yucatan, you're thinking Yucatan Peninsula, and that is exactly right. So with me being from Kansas City, Missouri, it is basically a direct flight south. Now, we fly through Houston via United, where I've talked about that as well, but basically it's about 6 hours if you plan it right. So about 2 hours to Houston, about 2 hour layover normally, and then about 2 hours to Merida, Mexico. Now, normally with our particular flight, you arrive fairly late, but there are some American Airlines flights that arrive during the day. And that makes it extremely convenient. And this is one of the other reasons of why. It is incredibly convenient being from where we are in the United States or Canada to be able to fly somewhere that is so close to you. It is a tropical climate. It is warm all year round. Again, remember Paris. Very hot. But that being the case, it makes it fantastic for snowbirds, people looking to take a long vacation, but it really makes it fantastic for people that want to become expats. And that really gets to the point of our true why. We want to be there long term. Now, initially, when I first started this channel and we were talking about all of the different things that we could do, we were really trying to figure out a way to be there permanently. And when I mean permanently, I mean by United States, be there. And if it was just my wife and I, we would keep our little place at the lake, and we would move down to Mexico, and we would pretty much be there all year outside of about 3 months in the summer. But we have kids, and we are in an incredibly fortunate situation to be so close to grandparents on each side, to cousins and uncles and aunts. We have all of that family within 30 minutes of us here. And that was just one of those things that we decided we can't leave. We can't take them away from that. And so that's why we're here. But the positive is we have a place there. And so we are planning on spending at least 2 months overall in Mexico every single year. And we have a financial plan that is already in place where we should be able to get them in college, get them situated and fine, sell the house that I'm currently in. And no, by the way, I'm not actually standing on a drone over Merida behind me. This is a green screen and I'm in my room. Yeah, pretty cool, right? Anyway, so getting back to it, that was dumb, but getting back to it, that's the goal. We're going to be here, let our kids enjoy family and their friends here, but once they're in college and they have their own lives to lead, we will sell the place that we're in, we'll keep our lake house, that's where we will more than likely be during most summers, but then every other month of the year, 8 to 9 months, we will be in Merida, Mexico, and that, from the very beginning of our relationship, has always been our plan. So the why for us, it's always been the plan. The why for you might be very different, but what I will say is when it comes to Merida, Mexico, when it comes to Mexico in general, it's an amazing place. I think that a lot of news channels, a lot of other things kind of give it a bad reputation, but there are amazing areas. San Miguel de Allende, Puerto Vallarta, Cancun, Merida, all of these places make Mexico a beautiful home to retire in, or if you're a digital nomad, or if you're not even a digital nomad, you just want to go somewhere else, go to Mexico. You will love it. So guys, I know that was a short video, but that truly is my why. We had always wanted to be in Mexico, not just in retirement, but even before. But now that we have kids, a little bit different. We're going to Airbnb the place, which by the way, I am so excited to bring you guys videos of when it is finally completed. We're adding a few things that are getting a little expensive, so we'll see how that goes on the budget. That's gonna be fun, but anyway, if you do want to see those updates, feel free to subscribe to this channel, like this video if you enjoy the content, and hit that notification bell. I would obviously very, very much appreciate it. You can also follow me on all of these social networks. At Alexander from KC is where you can find me on pretty much anything. Instagram is the main thing that I do. And I think I said this on other videos, but if you want to, feel free to text me, 816-727-7740. That literally goes to my phone, which is right there. You don't even have to worry about it. And email me. If you go to my website, alexanderhowell.com, hit contact us, all that does, literally all it does is sends me an email directly. This guy on the YouTube channel, email directly, alexanderhowell.com. But those are the ways that you can contact me. Again, if you hit that notification bell, it's gonna let you know anytime that I live stream, which I'm actually finishing up this video and then I'm gonna do for an hour or two to hang out with you guys. But that's pretty much it. I really want to show everybody who watches this channel why I love the place that we're talking about. Now, Merida, Mexico is amazing to me. It is the perfect place for me. The heat doesn't bother me at all. But if you go 30 minutes north and you're on the beach in Progreso and the beach areas and things like that, it's 10 degrees colder most of the time. But Cancun, the mountains, San Miguel de Allende, Puerto Vallarta on the Pacific side, which has really cold water, it's beautiful and it's amazing. The why should you buy a home in a different country can be terrifying. Let me change that up. It's not the why that's terrifying. The why is the reason. It's pulling the trigger on purchasing a home or making a decision, stepping out of the ordinary. That is the part that's difficult. And if you can get past it, I promise you, as much as it might stress you out to get to that point, once you're there, you're gonna love it. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video, guys. I obviously very much appreciate every single person that watches this. And as always, peace.